those eyes of sympathy,
Yeah,
you know,
like
all the
always
time, always curious. You know, it's just.
There it is.
That's what they call it, the swag.
Well, hello, you old devils. I've got a young angel I'd like you to meet. I can't do it. Well, hello, you old devils. I've got a young angel I'd like you to meet. Welcome to another episode of Final Cut, your go-to destination for all things Dexter and the official after show for Dexter Original Sin. I'm your host, Jamie Chung, here to dissect every shocking detail and sinister secret from this week's episode. Today, the incredible James Martinez. You know, I had to do a double take because when I see you in real life, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when I see you on screen, I'm like, you completely embody Angel Batista.
Dexter Batista, Angel.
I was freaking out when I first saw it. I saw you come on screen and you were doing your thing, and I screamed. It was like giddy.
Oh,
I mean,
that makes me feel great.
So much work you have to put into this, I'm sure.
Actually, when I got to the audition for this part, my agent even said, look, you don't look like this guy, but we'll go for it. You know, it's all about the acting anyway, so let's give it a try. And I was like, yeah, I don't look like, I didn't see it at the time. But after, you know, taking some time and, you know, saw some footage and did the moves, the head movements, the vocal cadence.
It's the way you do your eyebrows. It's how you adjust your head. It's how your bodies are your arms are so relaxed.
Yes.
Even when you're holding a file, it's very specific. Even the walk, you know, you got the look.
Right.
He
hangs his
you got
arms.
it down to a T. It's insane.
Good. Yes. The work paid off.
What does it feel like now that you're a part of this Dexter family? It's pretty incredible. Is it not nice to be and alive? Must be nice.
Yes, yes. It happened so quickly, you know, suddenly I'm on set and everyone's there. And the set, to see this like 90s version of this set with the big bulky computers, but I was very nervous at first. I mean, these are huge shoes to fill. When you got the job, did David hit you up or did David give you any advice knowing that you're gonna play the younger version of himself? I went and looked for David. I actually went and looked for him. There was a theater fundraiser the very next day. I knew he was gonna be there. I paid the ticket and I looked for him and— He broke the news. And he, you know, he gave me a big bear hug and, you know, I picked his brain a little bit. But I think the best piece of advice that David gave me was that Angel does not have a drop of cynicism in him. And that rung really true, you know, because I was trying to like, I just need a sentence, something that I can just hold on to and run with, and that was it. No cynicism, just full of positivity and hope. Like really just doing it because he wants to help people do the right thing. Yeah. He is the moral compass of the show. Right. Because he always wants to do the right thing. Always. Yeah. And he sees the best in people. And in a world so full of blood and violence and darkness, we need some good guys. Angel is such a nice ingredient to the recipe. He's literally an angel. Yes. The angel we all need. Yes, he lives up to it. How was it like to work in this bullpen with Christian Slater? Yeah. You know, Patrick Dempsey, Christina Milian, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I mean, Alex. Overwhelming. Yeah. That's all I can say. It was very overwhelming. And I work slowly, you know, so it was a very slow introduction for me. I kind of started just taking my time with everyone individually and getting to know everyone. I mean, Christian Slater, you know, this is our generation. We grew up, watching him, idolizing him. And I had to take a moment. I didn't know how to approach him. And I was like, what can I say? I was kind of feeling like Dexter. I was like, what can I say that he hasn't heard a million times already? But, you know, we both have families. We're New York based, and we found that kind of commonality. And I did with everyone in our own way. Even Alex kind of just helped me get out of my shell, you know, put me onto TikTok and oh, I've seen that. And you know, he just helped me loosen up and relax and have fun. I think it was the most fun I've had on a set. And Alex and Patty and I were kind of going through the same thing. Yeah. You know, we were playing these characters that have already pretty much been established. The groundwork has been there. So we were discussing, how are you doing this? How are you approaching playing this role that was played by another actor? Yeah. And Patty had his own little process where he would listen to Michael C. Hall in his earbuds on his way to set. You know, and I know, imagine that. That's a lot of That's a way to start your work. I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, but that would kind of get him in the zone. And then eventually, I think after 2 or 3 months, he's just embodied it. What was your process like to kind of
like settle into
Salsa
the
music.
mannerisms?
Salsa music in my
Yes.
trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I would play, you know, like when I used to social club,
Yeah.
you know, different types of salsa and speaking Spanish a
Uh-huh.
lot. And I would walk around the set.
Yeah.
And, you know, in wardrobe. I
Well,
do
baby,
everything.
once you have that gun holster
Yeah, the
on,
holster and the shirts, the 90s versions of these shirts,
Yeah.
you know, with the pleated pants and the loafers. I just felt it and try to embody it.
he's got this
Just-
like little shuffle thing going on.
Yeah,
like
he
this-
has a bop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we call it a bop.
Okay.
You know, and you see a little bounce when he walks.
I feel like
So
Batista.
it's kind of
Yeah, let's see.
it's kind of like, you know.
Yes!
Like, and when he speaks, he has
A little shake
a
of
little
the-
shake,
yeah.
you know, just and that's
But
the
it's
way.
also the eyebrows.
Yes, the eyebrows, those eyes of sympathy.
Yeah,
You know,
like
all the
always
time,
the-
always curious. You know, it's just.
Ah, there it is.
That's what they call it, the
Yeah.
swag. So yeah, a lot of footage. I was like just breathing David and just watching it too much.
We're about to dive into all the juicy details for this week's episode, but before we do, if you've seen our show, then you know we love to play a lot of stupid, silly little games. Are you ready to kick things off with one?
I can't wait.
Okay.
Let's do it. I don't even know what it is. But
I didn't even wait for an answer. We're doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. This one's called Dexter's Decisive Distinctions. It's a quick-fire way to get the scoop on all of your castmates. I'll throw out a list of superlatives, and you tell me the first co-star that comes to mind. No second guessing, no time to think, it's just your gut reaction.
Oh, we're gonna be
Okay.
in trouble.
Set's resident DJ.
Reno.
Okay,
Reno. He's the DJ for the spin class he leads. So and his
Multi-talented.
yeah,
I like
his
this.
taste in music is phenomenal.
Most likely to befriend the crew's pets.
Christina. Yeah.
Most likely to pitch a spin-off show.
You.
Sorry.
That would be Alex. I mean, yeah, Alex. I mean, all of us.
Yeah, right? Most likely to speak fluent movie trivia.
Me and Christian and Reno sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's just kind of been our thing.
Okay.
We just kind of random movie quotes that pop up.
Most likely to memorize everyone else's lines.
Me.
So before line, you're like, it's
Yeah,
master of the onset nap.
that's Christian.
You just catch him snoozing?
He would
I'd
go.
be like, Christian,
I would
napping.
turn around and he'd be gone. He wouldn't be with us in the green
Uh-huh.
room. And he was, I think, in one of the bedrooms that play in the Morgan's household.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he'd be napping.
I mean, who's gonna tell him hot set? He is the hot
He
set.
is the
I'm
hot
joking.
set.
Okay.
But he'd wake up and be ready for
Ready to
action.
go?
Yeah.
Most likely to wear sunglasses indoors.
Christian
Slater, I would
yeah,
think so.
Yeah, he looks so
Yeah.
good. I mean,
He's a fucking movie star.
absolutely.
Most likely to turn wardrobe into everyday fashion.
I think I'm doing it already.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking good in this. I think, and I've been
Yes.
kind of wearing it here and there in my everyday life. Next summer is gonna be an Angel summer for me.
Yes. Let's get into the episode, shall we?
Let's.
Episode 6, entitled The Joy of Killing. We start this episode with young Spencer Boy being kidnapped.
Mom?
Dexter appears to be getting better at analyzing crimes, but he still needs to win over the detectives.
The FBI defines a serial killer as someone who's killed 3 times. I believe this kill might make number 3.
It's an interesting theory, Dexter, but I don't think it has legs.
You have so much love for him, but I feel like everyone else is still giving him a little bit of a hard time, no?
Well, I see that everyone's giving him a hard
Yeah.
time. Somebody's kind of just has to give him a soft place to land, and I felt like I did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was also a little tough time too. It was like tough love.
Greedy fingers skimming off the top. We don't like it when people take money from us.
Through the flashbacks, we begin to uncover Laura's intense interactions with Jimenez. Watching the tense moments, but also she's like begging for her life. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I want you to get me out. Okay, and don't give me this just a little longer bullshit. I am gonna end up dead.
I can keep you safe.
No, you can't.
You knew the deal you took. I mean, this is how I've been able to keep you out of jail, at home with the boys.
You really think you're the white knight in all of this? Tell me something. Would you send your wife in there?
I love that moment because that is a good question, and obviously Bobby walks in before he could answer.
I mean, but also he's right. I think Harry's not doing a malicious thing. This is the only way to keep her out of prison.
Yeah.
But he understands how dangerous it is. There's been 2 times already. He's like, I got to go in and save her. You know, we can't lose her.
You know, he loves what he does, but he also loves her. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of complicated situations where you're caught in between 2 things and you have to pick. And
Like two women.
Two
and
women.
you have to pick.
Yeah, yeah. Or your other lover, which is your job.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you want to do the right thing. You want to catch the bad guy, but you love this person. Do I want to put this person in danger to solve a case? You know, it's a lot.
We don't want to wake Tiffany.
Sorry, it's not cooperating. Want me to give it a try?
They steal Tiffany's car. I feel like that's a big no-no. I feel like Tiffany didn't really do anything that bad for her to deserve to have her car stolen and then ditched at the beach.
That's Deb for you.
That's true.
I mean, Deb doesn't do things most people
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
do.
also
Well,
don't fuck with Deb.
Don't fuck with Deb.
That's the lesson. Gio is bad news. I'm like, who are you? He's like way too old to be dating a high schooler. That's a big no-no.
Yeah. By the end of it, you're like, okay, this guy's up to something. He's not as good as he comes off.
Well, he's definitely a
as,
control freak.
That's red flag.
Quickly
Red
realize.
flag.
Before we get to the kill, it's time to play another little game, and it's called Blood Slide Roulette. Over here.
This is what I was wondering about. I had no idea what this was. Blood slide roulette. Okay.
I've got a box of blood slides, and each one's got a random question. Some fun, some serious, and some a little bit twisted. So go ahead, pick a number.
43.
43! If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Dinner with a historical. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with what
Sure, yeah.
pops into my head. Maybe it's because I'm playing Angel and all this,
Yeah.
but probably maybe Fidel Castro.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a part of history that I am fascinated by
Yeah.
and very curious about, and there's a lot that we don't know. So that's a mind
Okay,
to pick on.
that's great.
Yeah. All right. 15.
What is the most detective-like thing you've ever done in real life?
I found out that my kid was sneaking his Halloween candy up into his room when he was on his play date. Yep, I saw a trail of wrappers and the way he was doing it too. It was I did not see him. By the time I got up there, it was covered in wrapper. My bed was covered in chocolate, and I was right, but by the time I saw the case, it was too late.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot of detective work as a dad, as you know.
Always.
Yes. They're very sneaky.
They're sneaky, but everything feels like an interrogation. Like it's
Yeah, and a
you know?
negotiation.
A negotiation. Like
You
I
know?
give you something, you give me something.
Right.
And my children are like, TV? I'm like, do you deserve to watch
Oh,
some TV?
it's like we're parents of the same kid.
I
This
mean,
is crazy.
honey, it's
It's
fun.
a lot of, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Even when he's doing mischievous
Yeah,
stuff.
they're still cute.
They're still cute. I'm like, you're only going to be cute for so long.
Don't do that. Do it. You're so cute. I saw an Easter egg on this episode. We're gonna jump right into it.
Oh,
The ice truck. And I'm sorry, and this is my theory, because I've been wrong so many times. We're talking about the third kill for Dexter. It makes him officially a serial killer. Okay?
Yes.
The ice truck killer is finding his groove, his style, and we see the ice truck.
yes.
Is that not the nail on the
the
head?
foreshadow?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it could have just been a nice truck. It is Miami. Ice
To
is
pass the test
very,
again.
very
Well, that's my
in
theory.
demand. That's right. We'll see what happens. We'll see how good you
Okay.
are.
It's really good side eye.
Side eye.
I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you too.
Okay, so back to the episode.
Yes. Back
Dexter
To it.
uses tranquilizers successfully for the first time on Levi and gets him on the table.
Levi is a pretty big dude.
He's huge, by the
yeah.
way.
Somehow.
Somehow, right? And the
Levi.
third kills means he's officially a serial killer.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see all of his rituals.
Just something about seeing the pictures he displays in front of, his
Yeah.
victims.
He just did that.
He just
He's
did
like,
that
this is-
with
mhm.
Polaroids.
Yes.
Because it was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
As we see in OG Dexter, he displays them on the wall
Yes.
very neatly.
You want to repent for your crimes, this is the moment.
Y-
But
yeah.
also you're gonna die.
But I love how messy it is
Yeah.
at first.
You think you're different from me. You're not different. I can read it all over your face. You love it just as much as I do.
A lot of important things happen. You get Dexter's third kill,
Yeah.
which makes him a serial killer.
Levi, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Had to go.
You deserve it.
I mean, children,
You gotta go.
children. I mean, by the time Dex takes out his knife, you're like, I'm sorry to say, but child killers,
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
I know what is at stake here. And this could happen to Nikki in the next few days if we don't find him.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team, the detectives at Miami Metro, are trying to figure out who kidnapped Spencer's son.
Yeah.
Your character's really trying your best to try and connect the dots, and he's getting frustrated, and I can just see the disappointment that you have of letting your captain down.
We have a lot of sympathy and
Yeah.
respect for the captain, and we have so little to go on. And it's very frustrating for everyone.
This is gonna drive me
Productions.
crazy. Who is
But
it?
are
This
you
is
asking me
great.
that expecting an answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the next game we're gonna play is called Marry Fucking Kill. It's inspired by my character, Molly Park's true crime podcast. So let's break down our favorite killers from the Dexter franchise. So the first one, Mary. Which would you pick to help you cover up a crime?
Oh, I would say the ice truck killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone says that. Fucking, who do you think? Sorry, so intense.
Okay, yeah.
Who do you think was the most suave?
Oh my God, who's suave here? I would say the ice truck
I
killer.
know, he really
I mean,
is.
I was trying to give you a different
Yeah,
answer, but
no, I know.
I mean, look at
he
the
was one of
guy.
the best
He's
ones.
like a smoldering,
He's so
dresses in
cute,
black. I know you think
exactly.
he's cute.
He is.
I feel that I waited my whole entire life for you.
There you go.
Who had the most shocking kills?
Oh my goodness. Even when I saw it, the Trinity killer.
Yeah, the children. See? We all have a heart.
Yeah, that thing where he's like playing with the train tracks and trying to relive his own childhood. It's really sick. It was really, really sick.
What can fans expect
Oh, I hate these questions. Okay.
from this season of Original Sin?
From this season of Original Sin, what can they expect?
We're halfway through.
Well, we're only scratching the surface.
Okay. It gets crazy, huh?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like it's just picking up steam. 5 was quite emotional.
Yeah.
It gave you a lot of backstory to Deb. And then now I just feel like it's all coming to head. It's all getting fired up.
Yeah.
Expect a wild ride?
Oh, it's gonna be very, very wild. I just, there's just so little I can say
Okay.
because I feel like anything I say may be a clue.
That's fine. Just be like that.
And
That's
I
whatever.
just don't want to give anyone
Whatever.
any traction.
What's the point? I mean,
Sorry.
it's all good. I'm not mad. Thanks for tuning into Dexter Final Cut. Huge thanks to our guest, the one and only James Martinez. Woo, 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 woo. It was such a pleasure talking with you.
Oh, you've been great. I
Thank
love your
you.
work. I'm
Thank
such a
you.
fan. We're lucky to have you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for the
much.
interview.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Dexter YouTube channel. Drop a comment and jump into the Dexter community. We love hearing all of your thoughts, theories, and questions. We're on hiatus next week, but be sure to stream the next episode of Dexter Original Sin the following Friday, only on Paramount Plus with Showtime. I'm Jamie Chung, and until then, tread lightly. And now, a sneak peek at what's to come on this season of Dexter Original Sin.
See that snake ring? It belongs to Tony Ferrer.
Ferrer's prince could lead homicide to me.
You had a dead body in the back of that truck. You could have been caught.
We received an anonymous tip over the Crime Stoppers hotline. Nikki Spencer was spotted at a known cartel stash house. I think we're dealing with a serial killer.
Do you have anything that resembles evidence?
The killer's methods are escalating. He's becoming more violent.
Let me go! My father's a cop!
Where's your sister? She didn't come home last night.
Whoever Deb is, she doesn't want to be found. She pushed everyone away.
He's hiding something. I feel it in my bones.
Someone has something.
Dexter Original Sin. New series now streaming on the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan.